Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Future of Security. I'm your host Luca, and this week we're going to be talking about the AI sensation that has been taking over the past 2 weeks, DeepSeek. Is it safe to use?
China's latest AI breakthrough has leapfrogged the world.
DeepSeek shaking up global tech.
NVIDIA losing nearly $600 billion in market cap today alone.
To the fellow geeks and AI enthusiasts in the crowd, don't worry, I will be touching on open source and Ollama later, but before we get into the nerd talk, we need to understand the potential dangers of DeepSeek from the app or website and lay out the groundwork for everything else. So why is there this talk that, DeepSeek might not be safe? There's, some concerns from cybersecurity people about it. So the reason is that DeepSeek, in their terms of service, outlines how by using their services they can and most likely will send all of the data it collects from its users to servers in China, which isn't limited to what you're just typing to them, but also any documents or images you upload, as well as the keystroke patterns of you typing it as you go along in the website. Currently, there are no public reports of Chinese officials harnessing DeepSeek for personal information on US citizens, but given China's military-civil fusion strategy for their data collection, something you can hear more about on our episode on the Tencent federal ban, it's not out of the realm of possibility, and there's a reason why, Chinese military companies are classified and kept track of by the US government. Apart from all of the concerns that raises, the company also does not appear to have an established, solid security stance, placing sensitive data at risk. Well, why do I say that? Well, DeepSeek has accidentally publicly exposed 2 of their databases containing sensitive user and operational information. The unsecured instances reportedly held over 1 million log entries containing user chat history in plain text form, as well as API keys, backend details, and operational metadata. And that if you signed up for DeepSeek in the past 2 weeks using your Gmail or Apple accounts, I recommend that you change those passwords just in case, because that data could be out there as we speak. So then now you're sitting down and wondering, so it's not safe to hand it my personal data, but I should still be able to use it for some business cases, right? Well, shortly after its launch, security researchers show that DeepSeek is vulnerable to jailbreaks, including methods that were long patched in other Gen AI services, such as ChatGPT. For those of you who don't know, jailbreaks are basically ways to poke and prod at AI to sort of break it out of their jail, their containment, to tell you information that they're not supposed to. So for example, if you have an AI for a company and you could, as a hacker, jailbreak it to give you access and information about, the users, if you're a banking institution, for example, the user's security, like social security number, or things like that. Thankfully, DeepSeek was notified of this and a fix has been deployed, but this still hasn't stopped it from ranking among the worst AI frameworks for jailbreaking and security. Research at Cisco have conducted testing on DeepSeek and other popular AI models to determine their level of susceptibility to jailbreaking, and it was not pretty for DeepSeek. Compared to other models available publicly right now, DeepSeek had an 100% attack success rate, which sounds good until you realize that means that all jailbreak attempts were successful against it, compared to about 26% of OpenAI's O1 model, and others you can see in the graph, which should be right next to me in one of these scenarios. This way, right here. The Cisco researchers said, quote, compared to other frontier models, DeepSeek R1 lacks robust guardrails, making it highly susceptible to algorithmic jailbreak and potential misuse. Due to all of this and more, governments like those of Taiwan and Australia have actually banned the use of the app and website on government devices in order to protect sensitive government data, both of them citing DeepSeek's data collection practices as their main reason. So after all of that, you are probably asking, Luca, should I even use it at this point? It sounds very insecure. Well, my answer to that question is yes, but with a big caveat. You should run your model locally. Something I've neglected to mention until now is that DeepSeek is fully open source, meaning that the code for running the model is fully available for you, right now, yes you, to download and run at home. Normally, to access ChatGPT and the like and other AI models, you have to go to their website and interact with them on their website, giving them your data and access to whatever information you're giving them in order for them to give you the answers that you want. However, DeepSeek has published different versions with different amounts of parameters used, depending on how good or bad your computer might be, so that you can actually run DeepSeek on your own computer. And many companies around the world and many AI startups are currently, learning a lot from DeepSeek and their technology and how they've developed their AI model by running it locally and sort of experimenting with it. I'm actually running DeepSeek on my computer myself right now as we speak, and it is completely safe because you, me in this case, are the database. By running it locally, you can even cut the internet access to the model if you don't trust it at all with it, having access to the internet, and it'll still be able to answer questions and explain its reasoning to you, just like if you were using the version on the website. If you want to understand how to run DeepSeek locally while having this really fancy ChatGPT looking interface, I highly recommend the video I linked in the description of this video. Extremely well done and easy to follow. I personally fed my DeepSeek model basic public available information about me, like my resume and my LinkedIn bio, and it can pretty reliably tell me facts about my work experience, my love for video games, and even about this very show you're watching right now. Something worth noting though is that with everything that comes with hype, comes also the opportunity of others to attack your security. And hackers have already moved to deploy AI-generated malware to trick people into downloading fake versions of DeepSeek. Research with Positive Technologies discovered malicious packages labeled DeepSeek AI and DeepSeek with 3 E's, trying to trick people into thinking they were legit. So please, as Rosh Malampati, CEO of Blue Fact Security said, quote, double-checking package names and verifying package sources that come from DeepSeek will be key here. A great way to do so is to run it and get it directly from Ollama, a service that allows you to run your own AI right in your computer. So I highly recommend you following the instructions that they give you there. But with all of that said, that's all I have for you this week. Go have fun with DeepSeek locally and stay safe with your internet usage. Subscribe.